Am I live? Can you see me? Why am I upside down? I don't want to be upside down. Give me a second, because I shouldn't be upside down, but somehow I'm upside down. I don't like that at all. What is going on with my gizmo? Am I upside down now? Yes, I am. I is upside down. Oh, shaleedle enchiladas. Now I gotta figure this out. What's this do? Nope, that don't do it. Hang on, player. I am upside down. Turn me inside out. La la la. There we go. Are we on track? We on track. Okay, brother. Okay. What did this do? What if I change the ISO? What did this? Can I do this? No, I can't. Okay, don't mess with it, dude. I'm gonna wind up breaking this thing. Okay, here we are, guys. Welcome to the show here, and it's time to do some inking. So yesterday I took a little break. I took a day off of making comics because that 24-hour comic thing I did over the weekend just it wipes you out. And I was like, I don't even want to read comics. I don't want to look at comics for a day. So last night I did nothing. So today I'm raring to go. I finished a 24-hour comic, which by the way, I'm going to record that video tonight. So I'll put it up. This guy finished it. Boom. Check that out. Check this out, dude. You're going to see. I'm going to go through this. I made this. In 24 hours, I made this. I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty kind of cool. I mean, this is kind of a credit print job, but I'm pretty stoked about that. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And I finished the father and son outing comic for that Kickstarter. And I'm caught up on my Cannibals of Mars coloring. So now I'm going back to Shangri-La. This is the story that I need to work on. So this is the big story. And I've got pages here, 65, 64, 63, 62. And I don't need that posted anymore. We're no longer doing confirm comment. And so let's just start inking. And maybe I'll start just at the beginning. Although I didn't, now that I look at this, I did not pencil this. I was going to pencil these like things. And I'm not good at this, I'll tell you right now. This little like, I don't know what these things are called, but they're just weird little like energy splashies or something. There's probably a way to do this with a freaking French curve or something, and I'm just too lame and I don't know it. So how about that, apples? That's probably it. Let me just promulgate this really quick on the Twitter feed so that they know what's going down here. It's going live, people. Okay. And I'll do the same here. What's going on? Now live. And then I'll do this real quick. Just a little bit of housekeeping, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Are we good now? Are we ready to rock and roll here? People are waiting for you. There are people that are ready to see you kick Shamash doing this. You know what I'm saying? What is going on? Oh yeah, they're talking about the comic I did. Okay. Good. Let them freaking promote it. Okay. So as far as tools I'm going to use today, there will be many. And I'm just not sure yet. I kind of can I bring this? Oh, can I do that? What? Oh, I just went blind. Okay. I'm like, I just went blind. Why don't we just start with page one? Start with page one. I'm a lefty, guys, so I'm gonna keep this here. I'm gonna color over here. I'm gonna ink over here. I'm a lefty. I don't need this anymore, do I? No. This is my to-do list. Let's do her. Let's just do her up. Now, I'm going to use all kinds of stuff. Remember how last time I said, oh, I should do more, brush and that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to do some brush. We're going to use G pen, brush, some pens, everything. Let's start with this here. This is some word balloons. I just want to get this figured out right now, just so it's out of my face. So I'm gonna just, because she's got to be like, "Good morning, rise and shine." The scene is, and it's Andy's birthday, and his mama Sarah got him something, and so she's like really excited about it. And why don't we just do this and go out? Right? Just do a freaking circle, just like old school circles. Whoa! Did you see that? I didn't expect that to happen, but I think we're okay. Is my head gonna get in the way? Yep. Look at that precision. Okay. That was that. Okay. We're only gonna do it for about an hour and a half or so. Maybe not even that. Nah, about an hour and a half. I'll stop around 10. Because then I got to record this other video and then I got to upload it. So we got to do that. And then we're going to listen to some music. That's how we do it. Again, I would love to share with you what I'm listening to. It's just hip hop stuff. Nothing that damn exciting. I don't want to listen to Post Malone. He's fine though. Good like listening to no Post frickin' Malone. Okay, don't need my glasses. Okay, so for her, why don't we use a little G pen on this face stuff? We'll use some brush on the hair, and we'll be happy. How about that? I'm gonna move over a little bit this way because I don't want my face in the camera necessarily. Use this little failer. Down. This is the door. She's pulling from the door here. Okay, yeah, she's G-Girl. So I use Black Star Indie ink. We got someone showed up. What's up, person? What's up, player? What's up, player? Talk to me. Holla at me. What you got to say? What you got to say, son? What you got to say, son? Okay. Stop goofing around, Sal. Are we at work today? Okay. This is what you came to see. This is what you wanted to see. This kind of stuff. So I'm not doing a 24-hour comic now. I can make it good. I think I scared away that guy I said play it because he's like gone now. He's like, you know what? I don't need you giving me a hard time, play. What I like about digital nowadays is this. I'm going to do this, and it might be screwed up. And guess what? I'm okay with that because I'm going to fix it if I have to digitally. Fix it in post, baby. When I did that short film, you learned something. It's called fix it in post. We're just going to get the shots off. Let's get all the shots done. And then we'll figure it out later if we need to go back. And we probably will go back. But you know what? Right now, it's okay. So the trick about Sarah here is like, I'm trying to make her attractive. But it's, she's a mom. She's a little older, but I want to make her still pretty attractive. Okay. And I want to show her excitement too at this whole thing. Because this is her boy and she loves her boy. And this is her, like, she gets validation through men, as we see, but she loves her. She's a mom, dude. She's still a mom. She's not dogged, she's not some total jerk. Okay, you see what I'm doing here? Eyes are hard, all this stuff. All these female features are really hard just because you want them to look attractive. And so there's these, like, minimal lines, soft stuff, nice curves. All these things are like what attractive is for women. And ugly women, it's very hard to draw a woman who's like really attractive. You just not that easy. It's just not that easy. That's okay though. I mean, I already don't like this, but that's okay. We're just gonna get it done, right? That's what we decided. We're just gonna get it done. We're gonna worry about it later. Eyeballs are tricky too because you want to make sure when you do your eyeballs, one, that they're circles, not like what I did there, but they also have to match up as far as like their positions, the distances and all that kind of stuff, and where they're looking. So. Please on with the brakes. Okay. So we're just gonna do that, and then we'll go into brush and do some brush stuff. Just want to do this some other little bits here. When you're doing this, when you're working on this scale, which is that like smaller scale of comics figuring, a little tricky because you gotta like really be careful of what lines you're gonna put in here. You know what I mean? So you gotta like you're going minimal lines because this is all being shrunk down too. So you can't put a bunch of freaking lines in detail here. You gotta like go easy. Manga does a great job of that because they'll just put a freaking line for a nose, or they won't even put a nose. Like here, I'm not gonna put a nose, and that works perfectly for them. And then actually, I could just color it brown or whatever. So I might just leave it like that, or color it black in computer. Okay, that's going to be her saying birthday business. Thought you said you were going to use a brush. Well, I will, but I'm just going to. I mean, I couldn't do this with brush, this little stuff. I just couldn't. So I'll be straight up with you. I'm going to just do this. You getting emails? What's going on here? Okay. Okay. The question is, do I want to do this a brush or not? I think I'll do Crowquill. I think. What do you think? Well, I'm doing it, so screw it. I'm still tuning by the block. I wonder if I should go in closer. Just jumping closer here. Yeah, let's do that. I think it just works better because then you can like really see what I'm doing. I think I was a little too far away. Just a little better. Now the problem is we're like 20 minutes in, so no one's gonna watch this far. You know what? It's okay, dude. I got to do this anyway, so it's like I got to sit here and draw this crap. So I might as well just like record it, right? Or no? I don't know. Or should I just like save everybody some aggravation watching this? I don't know. Okay. There's a very, it's very easy to then make this a mad face instead of a happy face. It's like, okay, hang on now. We gotta be careful because it's very easy to like make this like, oh, he's pissed off. It's like, no, he's happy. Hey man, what's up? I see somebody rolled up in here. How you doing, brother or sister? I'm gonna assume brother because like 94% of the people watching my channel are, according to Google Analytics, boys. But if you're a gal, that's even cooler. So I hope you're doing good, and you know, comment. Let me know what's up. Who are you, homie? We're just doing some comics here. We're doing a little bit of Shangri-La Estates, the graphic novel I've been working on for a little bit now, and I'm took a break from comics for a day or two because of the arduous process of the 24-hour comics, and so now it's just me doing my own stuff, where I can have a little bit more control and not have to stress out about coming up with something in just a few moments. So there we go. So that's good enough for that. We should go up, down, but since I already did, hang on. I do want to get on the brush. I want to get on that brush tip, but why don't I just do this eyeball real quick? Because it shouldn't take too long, this little guy. Sometimes there's another person. Whoa, we're getting a quorum. Freaking 3 people up in this biscuit all at once. People are desperate, or they love me, or they're just like want to check it out, or they're like, why does this guy keep posting his stuff on Twitter? Or maybe a little bit of everything. I don't know. I'm just waiting for me to put my palm in the freaking ink. So that's going to happen. I'm just trying to avoid it, but it's like, it's happening. I have given up trying it not to happen. It's like, okay, it's just like part of. By the way, my 24-hour comic day, I like ran out of this. I ordered this on Amazon. I get more tomorrow, but I'm like running out. And I was like, oh man, gosh, I'm like running out of my freaking ink here. And you know, it's like $9-10 a bottle, which isn't horrible, but you know, it's not freaking, wouldn't call it cheap either, you know. Little eyebrow. You can do eyebrows all kinds of, like, I feel like there's a million ways to do eyebrows. Everybody has their way. Oh, that did not work out, did it? That circle. It's okay. That's one of those like we're gonna fix it in post deals. It's like, oh yeah, you screwed that up. It's okay. Figure that out. Whoa, my wife just rolled up on me, scared me to kajeezies. What is up, dude?
I don't realize you're filming.
I'm filming. I'm
Just
listening to
saying
music.
hi.
Hey man, do you want to hang with me?
Let's do
Are you
it.
sure? You can hang out.
I'm doing research on my computer upstairs.
I
so
can
need to
stop
finish
this
it.
for, I mean, these lovely people here are with me, but I'll stop it to chat with you, dude. What's up? You want to hang?
Interesting.
Huh?
I see nothing interesting.
But are you bored? Are you wanting connection?
Bored.
Are you wanting connection with me?
Bored.
Are you wanting a connection with me? Or are you just like, but is there something you want to talk about? Because I'll stop.
Nothing film worthy.
Film worthy? Snap. Dude, my wife wanted to chat with me. Okay. I'll finish in a little bit. Chat with you. My wife wants to talk to me. That's happening. I want to talk. Okay. Do that. We'll do a little like da da da. We'll put some da da da's on there. Okay. Ra 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 ra. I actually want to do this real quick because I think I've been looking forward to doing this stupid bike. Oh, we lost those people too. When I was talking to my wife, they're like, okay, dude, you're going to talk to her. We're bouncing. And you know what? It's okay. That scared the heck out of me, dude. My gosh. I'm like sitting here drawing, and I hear something like, oh, footsteps or something. It's like, yeah, dude, it's your wife rolling up. And I was like, whoa. I don't know why I just like drawing this Huffy now that I've drawn it like 5 times on this, on the the penciled version. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna draw these Huffies because this is 1981, and if you were born then or you were alive 1981 on this planet, you knew that Huffy freaking BMX bikes were the thing, and if you were a boy, you wanted a freaking Huffy. That was just the way that was. And so I keep the spirit of the Huffy alive in this comic book by having a freaking Huffy that Andy has. By the way, another reason to say this is not autobiographical. I never had no Huffy. Okay, this is where I get to live out my fantasies through these characters. I had no Huffy. If you thought I could afford a Huffy, forget about it. That just didn't happen. But I would have loved to have one because kids need to have something fun like a Huffy. Got my Huffy going on. All right. Uh, uh, okay, we're drawing a Huffy. Welcome to Late Night Inking with AJ, Andres Salazar. That's me, and we're drawing a Huffy BMX bike from 1981 right now because they were rad, and that's what you got to do sometimes is draw something cool for your comic book. That's what you're doing. And I don't remember how those teeth go. I'm gonna have to look up some reference here in a second because I don't remember some of these things. I gotta remember how it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there with that, and then I think we're going to do some. Let me do his hand real quick, and then I think we're gonna do the brush. Do some brushes. See, I haven't stuck it. I haven't stuck it in yet, but I'm about to. There we go. I actually kind of like that hand, huh? That's not bad. I think every now and then I do something that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's rare sometimes, but I just kind of like it. I think I need to clean this because this is a little thicker than I really want, to be honest. I feel like these lines are just a little bit too much. It should be a little thinner. So if you don't clean these G pins, they will get kind of thick. And I feel like I should stop here because I want to use brush. Actually, while I got some ink in my, maybe I'll just do these eyeballs real quick. Eyes are a little off now, darn it. Yeah, we'll just do that right now. So this is empty. So I'm gonna wash it. I'm gonna clean it too. And this is what I do, you guys. You want to learn a little trick? I don't know if it's a trick, but it's what I do. So I'm cleaning it, right? I put a little water and all that kind of stuff. But what I do is I will clean. I will use a blade. If I can find the razor blade that my freaking daughter almost stabbed herself with today. Okay. So what I do is this. I go like this, right? And I clean this up with the blade. So because it's just like caked on ink, right? And I just go like this. And here, can you guys see what's going on here? I don't know if it's gonna do a good job, but that's what I do. And then when this is all kind of like chipped off, all the ink, it's almost like a new one. So you can, it's just a little finer. Because with this caked on ink, it kind of like, it makes the capillary kind of thicker, right? Or it makes it like just the wick, so to speak, or whatever you want to call it. Just the nib is thicker, and so the lines aren't going to be quite as good. And then there's these little holes here. I'm gonna pop out the little gun in the holes, and if I really feel like it, I'll kind of like chip all this away. So I'm just kind of like cleaning it this way. And someone left right now because they're just like, dude, I don't know, I want to see you clean your freaking nib. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Not offended. Okay. Now let's do some brush. Now, before I just start going freaking crazy on with the brush, I need some scratch paper because I need to like get my lines right. So, what is this business? That's my class, perspective class. Give me some paper. Let me get a little bit of paper. I just need some scratch. Okay. I'm getting scratch just because I want to. I just want to put down some good lines, so I've got to get my hand coordinated a bit. Okay, we're gonna go with a small. We'll go with a 1. Actually, we'll go pretty small on this. Okay. Right? No one's here now. They're like, they don't give a fart. It's okay. Okay. I just do that just to kind of like get myself in the right positioning. Okay. What do we want to do here? We've got some hair. And then I'm going to be flipping this all around all over the place. So make sure you guys can see this too. Be careful about it. How's that? Okay. What's nice about brush too is I feel like it dries quick. Is that true? I don't know if that's true necessarily, but I kind of feel like it's true. I don't know if it is true, but it feels like it dries quicker than when I'm putting on it. I think it's just the amount of ink that comes out is just different than when you're doing a crow quill or G pen. I kind of screwed that up. So I use some white out on some of this. You know, I'll do some white out there. But now I just if I can screw that up. So. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. Okay. 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 We got no thumbs up, dudes. What's up with that, dude? Come on. No love? Actually, I don't care about thumbs up. I don't even know if should I be caring about thumbs up? That's my real question. It's like, should I be offended or should I not give a crud about it? I don't know. To be honest. Tell you what, this dude is asleep and he don't want to be woken up right now. But guess what? He's about to get woken up by his mom, who's singing some happy birthday melodies to him, much to his chagrin. And that is taken straight from my childhood. My mom would wake me up singing, carrying freaking on. And I realized that I do that now myself sometimes. And it's like my mom, dude, would just be like, just torturing people, just like, you know, she wants to torture people and that's how she rolls. I mean, it's with love though. I mean, it's kind of fun. I don't mind it that much actually, because I get it. I get it. She's fun. She's a fun lady. And she's not being grouchy. I think grouchy just comes with age. I think it's like literally like an age. Like saying you have to be a grouch, or that there's not people who are not grouches, but it feels like it's one of those things. Now, whether that's good or bad, I mean, you know, if you know what you're doing, it's good. But if you don't, then you're gonna wind up doing it all over anyway. So, right. I'm not necessarily saying this good either, but in a way, this is like perfect for me because I talk a lot and I wind up talking a lot to myself all the time. So maybe this is like the best thing for me because I can like sit here and talk to myself, but feel like I've got an audience, even if no one watches these things. So maybe this is like perfect for me. Maybe I was meant to live in this time. Okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on this actually. I feel like we're doing pretty good. I need to do this little business. I don't really know what it is yet. Kind of. How we doing on time? It's 9:08, so we're about almost an hour, right? Yeah. We might start about an hour and 20 minutes. I want to talk to my wife. She's like, hey, I want to talk to you. I'm like, whoa, we gotta see what that's about. Even if it's not that exciting, it's kind of nice to chat with her. I like her a lot. So maybe we'll do that. Is that gonna work? I think that works. When I erase it, I might be able to read it a little bit better. Okay, that's going to be a word balloon. Boom. Ah! Just did that. You see how I just did that? I just went. I feel like this needs to be thicker. Maybe maybe I'll use some deleter on there. That might be actually really fun, but delete that. I don't think I'm gonna do. Hey, what's up? Hey, someone said something to me. What's going on? Hey, man. Good evening. Hey, man. Thanks. Oh, didn't you make some comments? Was it you that watched? Make comments on different videos. I can't remember if you said something about Sin City, which I'm glad you read it, because if you were the one I'm thinking of, that the Sin City comment, yeah, I'm glad you read it. Glad you checked it out, because I think it's really good. I mean, definitely when I first was exposed to it, I thought, yeah, what'd you think of it? Wasn't it good? It's good, huh? And that size, that little small. See, when I bought it, it was like normal manga size, which I don't know about that, man. But it works. I think because the art is so shape oriented and blocky and I want to say simple, but it's not simple. It's distilled down to those just like basic elements. Because of that, I think you can do it in that small size and you don't lose stuff. Now, he couldn't do like Ronin in that size, right? Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I mean, Ronin would not work at all at that size because there's so much more detail and he's doing a lot more stuff than that. But or Dark Knight Return, none of that kind of stuff. But for Sin City, the manga size works, dude. Totally works. Okay, we're kind of done with that page for now. We'll go back and we'll do some more work on it. But why don't we do this page? I think I'm gonna stick with the brushes. We're gonna stick with brushes and we'll do more brushwork because I actually kind of like how that's turning out. So we'll do that. Do you work on? Do you kind of like Johan or Johan or John or however you pronounce it? Johan. Do you are you just a fan of comics? Do you make comics? Do you like to draw or write stories, or what kind of creative things are you into, like for your own like thing? Do you like to just consume stuff, or you can work on your own things? Be curious about that. You're a fan of comics. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's a little you do draw. Oh, cool. Right on. That's good. Yeah, I started drawing when I was a little kid, but I never. I'm actually taking some courses now, but I haven't really. I took some in college and in high school, but I did a lot of other stuff in college, and so it wasn't like something that I focused on. Which now I really wish I would have focused on it, but it is what it is. But that's good that you draw. You're saying something else. Let's see here. I have some published work and some game books. Oh, really? I'll take courses against well. Yeah, there's so much online, dude. Um, there's this group called Proco, and he's a young kid, but he's got a good little following and a good amount of like professional artists that do courses and stuff. And I kind of like his stuff. So there's a bunch of online ways to learn, and then there's so much free stuff like there's just like tons of stuff. Thank you, dude. Thanks, bro. Yeah, this is a page. This is my graphic novel I'm working on. It's like it's kind of a real life, son and mother story. Mom gets divorced, and the boy tries to figure out how to live without his dad, and it's just kind of a coming of age story, I guess, if you will. But thanks, I'm glad you like the art. Yeah, I think it's turned out kind of nice, actually. It's definitely better than the 24-hour comic stuff that I did, just because I have like time to actually draw it. But I appreciate you saying that. A little bit of hair there. You gotta do the hair, dude. Hair is like critical. We'll put a little do-rag in the South, and in the South, everyone's got like a little like back pocket with a hanky, especially back then in the 80s. That's the way it was. Okay, we'll do that. And we'll do some more here. This little area here of This is always gonna be a little tricky how to draw these little those little shapes. Try not to get too crazy with it. Okay, you said something else. Let's see what you said. You say, hey, I couldn't imagine the 24-hour comic. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. The 24-hour comic challenge was a beast. I was mentioning before, I took a day off. I didn't draw anything yesterday. I didn't even come down here in my studio. I was like, I am not gonna do anything comic book because I was burnt out. Yeah, it's hard. It was hard. But you know what? It's literally something I look forward to every year. I find it super fun. So while it's hard, it's just fun to totally do something without any rules, or it just be complete freedom, if that makes sense. You just can do whatever you want, and it's okay. And something kind of fun about that. You don't have any rules. You just kind of come up with something, and sometimes you come up with something really cool. It's almost like you find that kind of subconscious level of creativity, which is really cool. And it's nice to just focus on something all day and all night, and just and at the end of it you have it, right? So I'll be sharing a video soon, I think maybe even tomorrow, on you'll be able to see a little bit about what I did, because I actually today I actually put it all together in a book, so it's all put together. His arm is a little off here, so I got to figure this out because his arm is off. So first, let's do this. Give it a little bit more. And then this should be like that. I don't want to make him buff necessarily. It might work a little bit. See, this is where I should use Crow Quill, so I'm going to stop here. What do we got here? You're saying, I understand that freedom. Subconscious agreed. I have been filling sketchbooks since sheltering in place. Are you a David Lamp fan? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Lamp. Yeah, yes, I do like him. I don't have a lot of his stuff. I did back in the day. Yes. I mean, because I'm using brush, I can definitely see it's like that Lamp look. I really love Paul Pope, although I think he is just in a class above, everybody. But I really like Paul Pope's kind of style. Yeah, I could totally see you saying it looks like him because of the brush today. And I kind of if you go to my Patreon, or if you've seen this story, it's all published already, page 60, but I'm publishing as I go on the Patreon. It's like $1 a month. But you can just do it for once and get the whole thing. You'll see a lot. I kind of play around with styles. I'll ink some brush. I'll use a pen. I'll use repeatographs. In the next couple pages, I'm kind of playing around. Which the negative to that is the continuity is probably not good because it's it's changing around, so that might be distracting. But I do like different looks. I love stuff like Mobius and Manara that's not brush, right? But I also like stuff that is, like we were talking about Paul Pope and everything. So it all depends. I'm gonna actually do the rest of that with pen. So it all kind of depends on my mood and what the story kind of goes out, requires. But okay, this mama here, Sarah, she got she got stuck with the dog, and she's not a fan of dogs, which is not like my mother. My mother loves dogs, but that's why this is not really my story. It's got definitely parts of it, but it's not me necessarily. I just started learning how to turn pages. I used to always like have to just draw up my hand, and I started like, I'm just gonna turn my page around. I'll check your Patreon. Sorry, I'll try not to ask you too much during the. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. I'd rather you ask me questions in chat than me sit here like a dummy. Yeah, check it out, dude. You might like the Patreon. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I'm clearly unbiased, but yeah. Where are you from? Are you in this? Are you in the States, or are you somewhere else? I kind of want to think you're somewhere else because the times that you post or question, but I don't remember. I don't remember if we talked about where you're from. So it'd be fun to see your stuff too. You should if you have an Instagram or some place to see your work. I think it'd be kind of fun to check it out. Let me know. Yeah, I think that kind of works. I think it's so. I do like just nice, clean lines like that. Just kind of fun. East Bay. Oh, dude. I didn't know you're freaking California. I didn't know you're East Bay. You're like a freaking San Francisco, right? Isn't that San Francisco area, East Bay? Yeah, nice. Thanks, dude. Um, I love San Francisco. I love that whole area up there. Um, I grew up in Fresno. Fremont. Yeah, yeah. I know where that is. I live in Fresno, which is someplace I don't freaking recommend. But when I lived there, San Francisco would be a place we'd go. We'd go there more than LA, which now I live in Ventura, so I live close to LA. But yeah, we would go to San Francisco a lot. Oakland, those kind of places and stuff. Chinatown, of course, Pier 39, all the little touristy joints and stuff. But I like San Francisco. It's pretty fun. Vacaville, all those little towns and places around there. We were gonna get a job after Ventura. Oh, dude, Ventura is the bomb. I love it. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I love it. I've been here for about 16 years. I think it is 17 years, something like that. I love it. I do love it. I'm right by the beach, so I can't complain about none of that. I just think it's just great. So I'm a freaking fan. That said, if I needed to move, I've been thinking about I would move if I had to, but I'd be sad. I'd be sad for sure. But yeah, when I got out of college, because I got a degree in science in molecular biology, and I got an offer at a job up in like San Mateo area, which was like a biotech place called Genentech. I think it was San Mateo no, I think it's actually in South San Francisco proper, but and it was like, do I take this job? They offered me this job, and then I wound up taking another offer in Malibu. So we wound up living in LA, and I just drive to Malibu every day. And I always wonder about what would have my life have been like if I would have took the job in San Francisco, because who knows? It would have been it's very different than LA, and it just would have been potentially a little different. Who knows? Maybe not. But yeah, we went there a couple of years ago just to kind of hang out in Sausalito or something like that. Genentech. Yeah, you're familiar with Genentech? Yeah. Yep. They offered me a job, and I turned them down, and they were ticked off at that because I didn't like tell them, and I wasn't being very mature, I guess, or I didn't really know what I was doing, and I don't think I gave them enough notice that I didn't take it, and so they were like not happy. They were like, "You should have told us," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude. I just took this other job," and they're like, "Well, you gotta tell us that kind of stuff." I was just a dumb kid out of college. I didn't know what I was doing, but yeah, good music up there, good food. All kinds of cool shops, great comics. I loved. Did you ever go to Ape when Ape was there? Yeah, the What Ifs of Our Life. Yeah, for sure, dude. If you've never been to Ape back in the day, oh my gosh, Ape was the Alternative Press Expo. And if you like comics, like, I know you do, but if you like, Stray Bullets and that kind of stuff, dude, that was the show. It was, where was it? It was in some like wooden warehouse. Like, I don't even know what part of town. It's some crazy part of town. I don't know where. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Then they moved it to the pier. I think they changed owners. Some other guy became the owner of like Ape. And then like when Comic Con, it used to be part of Comic Con, and then it went off and kind of split off. When that happened, um, changed. Oh, dude, you would have liked Ape. You would have liked it, dude. It was great. It was really great. I just as far as like finding new comics and like exploring the medium, you can't get better than that, dude. Just because you can only read so much Batman and Daredevil or whatever. Um, as far as just like seeing how the genre, or not the genre, but the medium rather, can be pushed. I mean, you can really do some cool stuff in comics, and you got to go to those alt shows to like see that. It's like music, right? You got to if you want to see what can be done, you got to like listen to stuff besides what's on the radio. That's just my like total opinion that doesn't have weight, but it's what I think. Okay, we're gonna do some of that on stuff. Okay, I did not draw this all the way, and I kind of want to redraw that a little bit just so I get that right. But that looks kind of good. I might use acrylic with that. I think I might go up here and do some of this next with my brush. I'm doing a brush night, I guess. So let's see here. Okay. We'll do our arm. I guess we'll start with this. Something's not right with this. Yeah, I gotta clean this brush sometimes what you gotta do here is you gotta like get your brush back together. There we go. Okay. Sometimes little chunks of ink or things will get in there, and then you'll mess you up. Kind of want to put a little. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I don't want to make her like have big old biceps. I don't need to make her buff necessarily. It's hard with women too, because just any little slight bump or line will imply like a lot. So you got to be careful with women, because everything counts for a woman's in a line drawing, and it just ages them, especially like the face, any of that kind of stuff. It'll like make them look old just by giving them like a smile line or a frown or whatever. So they're really tricky. That's why you'll see artists, they'll put very few lines on the women. If you look at like some of the masters like Toth and look at the way he draws girls, it's very like minimal is the word I'm looking for. It's kind of very minimal, which doesn't reflect reality, but it reflects like the way we see beauty. Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, no, I totally bounce around. I'll like do this. I'll go over here. I don't like finish this because I do get bored, and also because I'm gonna use other tools for some of the smaller, like I wouldn't do the eyes with the brush, so I'm gonna go back. But since I have the brush, I'm not gonna switch tools. I'm just gonna like do all the brush stuff, and then I'll go and do the other whatever. But yeah, I do bounce around, and it's probably just because I'm like a little more like neurotic. I bet if you watch other videos of artists, they probably don't. But I don't know. I used to watch some, but I don't watch them that much. Sometimes I will. There's a couple groups that I like that are kind of fun to watch. See, this is where we're getting into a little dangerous territory where I might not want to do this with a brush. So I think I'll stop there. Although I do kind of want to do that real quick. Okay. She's got this kind of a Farrah Fawcett hair. I'm trying to like show a little bit. Then we're gonna go upside down, which I was saying before I rarely used to ever do, but then now I'm just like, screw it, I'll go upside down, I'll do whatever it takes to. I used to just turn my wrist around and just like kind of figure that out. Yeah, I don't even think I need to put that shadow in there. I think that's fine. Yeah. Toth. Oh yeah, dude. Toth is the guy. He's one of my favorites. If you've seen my Toth videos, you should totally see them. I have like 8. I've got 2 more to make, which I need to do that. I just need to sit down and do those dang things. But yeah, I'm a Toth is one of my art guys that I look to. So definitely, if you haven't seen him, I would definitely watch him. Pretty cool. Big fan. Kind of salty dude. From what I understand, not the easiest to work with or get along with, but very committed to the medium and has a strong integrity as to what he believes in and like what he feels is right, for the story or for the work. He was a consummate professional in that regard. Now, his professionalism towards his coworkers and bosses might be a little different, but as far as like knowing the job, he was the guy, dude. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sadly but committed. Yeah, no, yeah, salty, big time, dude. Salty old bastard. But I would have loved to have been like a pen pal with that guy, just kind of like learn from him. And there's a book out with like all his like letters or pen pal type things, but it's out of print and you can find it, but it's extremely expensive. Never got it, but that would be something I totally want to read, like his writings to people. I gotta draw this dog cute, darn it. If I don't draw this dog cute, it does not work. Puppies have to be cute. Oh goodness. Okay. That hand is goofy. I'm gonna have to redraw this right here. So there's a couple things about to draw over. Now that I look at it a little bit more, excuse me. Michael Golden. Yeah, dude. Michael Golden is great. Yeah, I'm a fan of Michael Golden. That's a good call. I feel like we're actually doing pretty good on this. What else what other brush things can I do? Let's see here. What are the things can we with brush? Yeah, I'm a big fan of his stuff too. Was that? Hang on, Michael Golden and Doctor Strange, right? Isn't that the Doctor Strange stuff? I think so. But I'm not getting mixed up. Yeah, I'm a big. I met him at a Comic-Con. He seemed like a nice fella. Micronauts. Oh my gosh, dude. Now you're starting to make me feel like you're my age or something. Micronauts. Dude, that is the thing right there. Huge fan of Micronauts back in the day. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. Oh, yeah, gosh, Micronauts, dude. Okay. I had a friend. When did I learn about Micronauts? I mean, I must have been in like 7th grade, 6th grade, something like that, when Micronauts was like popular. Maybe we should just truck. Should I do this now? Come on, we're gonna move out of the brush and do this truck. That'll be kind of fun. Let's go this over here. Okay. I've been wanting to do this truck for a while. This will be fun. So this I will not use a brush. I'm going to use. Let me think. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Thanks, dude. This is like a Ford, like 1939 or something like that. I saw this. I actually have I have like pictures of. I saw this on the street down the road, and I was riding my bike, and I'm like, I just grabbed my camera, and I just took a bunch of pictures of it from all these angles. I was like, okay, I gotta have this truck in my comic because it's like the perfect truck for like a guy in the South, in the 80s. This would be the totally like his awesome truck. So I took pictures of it, and then I use those pictures to do this. So yeah, I'm excited about the truck. I'm all about finding reference and finding photos and stuff to try to make it just a little bit more real. You got to do it to some degree. You got to like get it to look right. When I was a kid, it was like the goal was always to be a good freehand artist, and it was like you don't use reference, you just like learn how to do it. But then once you like understand art, that like you're supposed to use reference. Like every artist who's professional, not every, but they use reference. They need reference. It's a good thing. It's not like a cheating thing. It's like a tracing type of deal, right? It's like don't trace. It's like, well, Wally Wood said it's okay to trace. It helps you finish it quick. So now I shouldn't have done that just now, darn it. So I'm going to have to fix that. I think this will work. I'm worried that it's not thick enough. So I'm either going to have to go back over it with a thicker pen, or I'm going to have to just deal with it. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on the thickness, but this is the repeatograph I like the most. And the other one's a little too thick. So hopefully it'll be okay. These things drop a lot of ink though, so you got to be careful because you will get your palm in it, and it takes a while to dry because it's just a lot of ink that's like put down on these little this little what's the word I'm looking for? Capillary. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, what about reference? Ever see Crumb? He took pictures of telephone poles and wired. I didn't know that. Did you really? I I haven't seen the movie. I saw the movie Crumb. If you're referring to the movie, like a while back, of course I know Robert Crumb's work. I didn't know that he took pictures of telephone poles and wires. That's actually really cool. He's not one of the guys you would think, oh, he's referenced, right? Because he's not like, he doesn't have that realistic style, we'd say nowadays. But I find that really fascinating that you say that he take photos of telephone poles. That's really cool. That's actually, I find that very kind of cool that he to get the comic just right. That's what he had to do. Okay, and then we'll use the documentary. Yeah, I need to see that. It's actually really expensive. I want to get the DVD or the Blu-ray, but it's like a Criterion collection, and it's not cheap. It's like, I want to say it's like $40 or $50, and I just haven't done it yet. And it's not offered anywhere streaming, so you just gotta suck it up and pay for that. But I haven't done that yet. So, but that would be kind of cool to see again. I saw it in my early 20s. I think it was a video store that was like a really cool like indie video store that had a bunch of like old like foreign films and documentaries and such, and that's where I saw it. But now that I'm older and really into comics, I would love to see it again and just kind of learn from it. He was definitely a freaking character, that's for damn sure. Well, I shouldn't say was. He's still around. He's still kicking. Thanks, dude. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you saying that. Like my truck. Yeah. I'm not good at cars, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm not good at this, so I'm gonna just like try to hunker down and learn it. I feel like that's the best way, is to just admit you're not good at something, and then instead of just giving up on that part of it, just say, okay, I am going to be the freaking truck master or whatever and be better at it. And so what that requires is just a lot of like time. So you say, okay, you know what? I'm going to learn how to do these damn trucks or cars, and take it head on. In other words, don't just like say, okay, I'm not going to be able to do that. Just like say, you know what? Okay. Like, I'm not good at Excel spreadsheets. Okay, I'm going to freaking be the master of Excel spreadsheets now, or pivot tables, or whatever it is. So that's what I kind of like try to do. It's hard sometimes to find the motivation, because you're just like, you're in for some challenge, and so you're just like, no one wants to like sit there and stress out, but it's what it takes sometimes. Yeah. Your travel vehicles, good commitment on learning vehicles, Excel spreadsheet. Yeah. No, I get you, brother. Yeah. It's a skill, the whole vehicle thing, because there's like a certain like mentality, there's a certain number of lines, and it's not just they're actually very organic. I mean, all these lines, there's curves to it. It's not that they're not geometric. It's like everything is very organic, especially, and now the cars now, they're like bubbly, Toyota or something, it's all bubbly. So it's not that you have to use rulers for everything. You just got to like, a lot of it's probably the perspective. It's probably what a lot of it is like these angles and perspectives and foreshortening, all that stuff it's really tricky, but just do it enough. I think you get better, I assume. But there are guys who like, that's what they do, is like cars, like, design and stuff. Okay. I'm actually going to end it here. It's only an hour and 20, I know, but I'm going to record the video of the this 24-hour comic I did. So I actually printed it out. So I'm going to record this video about the comic, the experience, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to record that video, and then I'm going to come back to this tonight, or I'll just stop it. But I feel like we got some progress. We got a good amount of this page done. We did a couple panels, some of these panels, and then we started the truck in an hour and 20. That's not horrible. So there you go. So yeah, thanks for checking out the Patreon. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Have a good one, everybody. There's me. Take care, guys. Bye. Thanks. There we go.